Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to our Masa University Facebook Live. As usual, don't forget to hit the like button and share this live with everyone you know. Click follow at our Masa University Facebook page and stay updated with our upcoming webinars and event. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment sections as we will have a Q&A sessions at the end of this webinar. So, some of you, as a student, must be wondering during this pandemic, what are the things you should do since almost pretty much everything is online. Now, we have we have our Dr. Nagaraja Surya Devara is going to give an information about role of students during COVID-19 pandemic. Dr. Nagaraja is specialized in molecular biology and genetics with 14 years of teaching and research experience. Published more than 25 research articles in peer-reviewed national and international journals, received and held awards as Junior Best Scientist, Best Young Scientist, and Young Scientist from various organizations. In an instance, let's hear it live from Dr. Nagaraja Surya Devara.
Thank you, Tan, for the wonderful introduction. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the management of Masa University to given me this opportunity to share my views on the role of students during this pandemic. Welcome, dear friends and students throughout the globe who are in the online now. We from the Masa University welcoming you all. Here, the study where I am presenting about the role as a student when it comes to the COVID-19 pandemic situation. You guys all aware about it. Other than just 5 or 6 countries left over in the world, all the countries were affected with this COVID-19. So this COVID-19, when you look into the size of the coronavirus lockdown, this is the pandemic which raising in the world is a situation we haven't seen in the living history of us. Okay, the shutdown of schools, colleges, universities around the world has affected more than 1.4 billion students. According to the UNESCO, 74% of the world student population from 186 countries are affected due to this closure of the schools or the universities. You can see here in the screen where the highest affected the country, India, where the 1,380 million population where they are affected with the lockdown of this corona. When you go through this, these are the figures of the million population where it is affected with this. When it comes to the Malaysia, the people in the living Malaysia, including me, we all facing since 3 months, there is a almost 42 million population are facing the issues with this corona. This is the situation worldwide. The statistics all based on the yesterday's report from the Ministry of Malaysia. From here we can see the Malaysia in the position here at the 67th position with 8,515 cases. Today there is a add-on around another 14 cases, which makes it is as a 8,529. So up to yesterday, the America followed by the Brazil, Russia, India, UK are in the top. So what I would like to convey here, the country Malaysia taken a best measures to control this coronavirus so far. The people living in Malaysia are supported. The way they're following the social distancing, everything makes it perfect so far. This is about the story of yesterday, where the new cases of 10, total of 8,515. When you look into the death, today there is no deaths were reported. Total deaths in Malaysia 121. When you look into the states, this is the distribution of the total positive cases in the entire Malaysia. So what is the main concern of the Malaysians during the COVID-19? Especially the study was done in the month of May. So here the people concern is when it look into the share of the respondents, 18% if you are a child, where your family members also worrying the same. National economy, none of the countries left with this economy drop. Job security, nothing to say about it. The job security, all the countries, there is a statistics proves that 50 to 70 percentage of the population are affecting about this job security. They are worrying it. The movement and behavior of Malaysians during the movement control. When we studied about here, there is a report stated there is a three phases are there in the MCO movement control order: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So when you look into the phase 1 from the March 18 to the 31st, the phase 2 April 1st to the 14th, then the MCO phase 3 15 to the 28th. Here we can see only going out to purchase the essential home or food items, almost they have the 75 percentage and the 76 percentage. Here being very cautious but still going out meeting friends or family. At the first phase they were, but people realize the difficulty actually what's going to be happen, so they control it. They're not going out at all and no one beside household members allowed in my home. Earlier they not yet done, now the situation is going okay. Not going out at all, but visitors are allowed in to my home. Now during this phase where the entire control was done in the April 1st to the 14th, during that time the people are very restricted. They not went out, they not allow anybody to come in. Okay, now look here the effect of COVID-19 on the employment status. When we are looking into the employment status, lot of the sectors are affected. Mainly the aviation sector affected very worst. Here when we look into the percentage wise, agriculture 22 percentage, fisheries 33 percentage, the service sector 15%, food and beverage 35, industries 6 to 7 percentage roughly, construction 12 percentage. Impact on the own account workers, the people who have the own work means the self-employed people lost their jobs up to 46 to 47 percentage roughly, still working at 53.4 percentage, but out of that there is a plenty of people income is decreased, then the income reduction more than 90% for this population. This is the effect of COVID-19 on spending pattern, where the survey proved the changes in the spending pattern are significant before and during. When you look into this, the color, the blue color indicating here, where the seldom, never during, then the always, there is no always, frequently very few. Okay, majority of the respondents opt not to eat out and go to cinemas. Then here, activities of buying raw material for cooking at market or the supermarket, grocery stores are reduced. Whatever we have, we can be adjust. So the mindset of the people come like that. This is the consumer price index in Malaysia, based on the Department of Statistic Malaysia. Here, these two sectors mainly, where the transportation, the vehicles. Now, if you look into the cars and all, almost the SST all reduced minimum 1,800 to up to a luxury cars 30,000 rupees were reduced already. Then the housing and electricity also dropped down. Okay, so here what the people who are working in that particular sector, their families are really affecting. So almost 2.9 percentage of consumer price index affected here. Okay, now come to the student perspective. Corona disease, coping with the stress. Pandemics can be stressful. Of course, everyone under the stress, including the students, teachers, parents, Everyone are under stress. It is a pandemic may be stressful for the people. Fear and anxiety about a new disease and what could happen can be overwhelming and cause strong emotions in adult and children. Public health actions such as the social distancing can make people feel isolated. Of course, now I may not be meet my friends, so there is no chance I'm going out. They're not able to come to me. There is some emotional feelings of the individuals. The public health, which make me here isolated, lonely, can increase the stress and the anxiety. However, these actions are necessary to reduce the spread of the COVID-19. Of course, if you not control your emotions or if you are not able to do this, then the coping with this stress in a healthy way will make you the people you care about and your community stronger. There is some stress during the infectious disease outbreak can sometimes cause the following like the fear and worry about your own health and the health of your loved ones. Changes in the sleep or eating pattern. Of course, everyone can check your sleeping pattern. Earlier, you might be slept by 11 o'clock. Now, people are woke up until they are going to bed until late night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. People need to do keep on reporting so they might be take a long time. The same thing after they also nowadays woke up by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. The difficulty worsening of these chronic health problems and also the mental health of the individuals. Okay, it is the main problem. When we go through the publications, the number behind the impact of the COVID-19, particularly in the students, 1 in the 5 college students say their mental health has significantly worsened under this COVID-19. Why it is happen? Because now they have the assessments in online. Earlier they have the face-to-face things to be do. Now they may be taking a 4 or 5 modules. Everything comes under the 2 weeks of time or 3 weeks of time to do their assessments. Then even though they are in the home, they need to be looking to the monitor all the time. So which makes them to be stressful. 80% of college students reported that COVID-19 has negatively impacted their mental health. Of course, when the people we are working like this, sure the people will be get have some problems like this. Here, this is the recent publication which is published in the May. The psychological impact of COVID-19 epidemic on the college students in the China. There is a big group of population around 4,000 plus students were involved in this research. In this research, the correlation analysis between the COVID-19 related stress and college student anxiety when facing this epidemic, they are worrying about the economic influences. Of course, I am a father where I lost my job. What about my son's education? Then if there is a mother who is working, they lost their job. What about their education? So it's directly, not only indirect, it is a directly impact on the children's education. They are worried about the academic delays. Of course, there is a few passed out batches where they not be able to do the examination in the current situation. It may be postponed for another 1 month, maybe the 2 months delay, which maybe they are worrying about it. And influence on the daily life and also the social support. Here the result shows the 0.3, the correlation shows the 0.3, which is significantly here. Then the student mental health in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, a call for the further research and immediate solutions. This is another publication proves there is a people really worrying about, especially the students, their mental health is affecting. So the teachers who are teaching the students, they no need to make them very stressful. Just it's supposed to be go with your relax. As a student, you also feel free to contact your concerned lecturers or the teachers who are teaching you. So it will be make you free with the teachers. So automatically your health and the stress will be releases. Then another one, here, this outbreak of COVID-19 coronavirus, its impact on the global mental health. People really getting into the mad. This outbreak is lead to the additional health problems such as stress, anxiety, depressive symptoms, insomnia, denial, anger, and fear globally. Collective concerns influence daily behaviors, economy, prevention strategies, and decision making from policymakers. health organization and medical centers which can weaken the strategies of COVID-19 control and lead to more morbidity and the mental health needs at global level. In this such a harsh time, what are students like you supposed to do? Yes, as a student, first thing you need to find online learning, acknowledge the necessity for the online learning. Online learning is going to become the new normal. It is the information from the Dilip Puri, the CEO of the Indian School of Hospitality. Almost every school, college, and universities throughout the globe adapted to this change. We have to adapt, otherwise we cannot survive. You might be know the most of the professors or the associate professors who are in the universities working, mostly they may not be have much handy with these technologies and all, but now everyone is the learner. Students are one side learning, the teachers are learning another side. Advantages as compared to studying abroad, it is the best, the cost wise or the safety wise, it is a perfect. Here is the opinion from the parents on online education introduced because of this COVID-19 outbreak, where the study done in the Poland. So here the primary school and the high school studies were done with the parents. The results not really bad. You can look into the figures here. The parents who said very good and good, it is almost 38% here. Another end, there is another 30% for the high school. There is a not good 30%, bad few parents. So overall, when you look into the parents concern, maybe as a parent myself, to take care of the two children to the take the classes here and there, we need to be struggle a lot. So the same situation apply to the every parent. What the shift we have to paradigm shift in the education as a student. Now through the online system, university admissions may be limited for the some institutions. So online admissions limited due to increased shift to online learning. Then you need the financial support. So that don't be afraid to seek for financial support or the scholarships. Most of the universities, including our university, providing scholarships to the bright students. So try to avail that facility of the scholarships. Then you need to adapt. Mainly, the main thing is the assessments are changed, which are now doing in online. Even the presentations are come to online. So when the assessments are changed, you also need to change and you're ready to be adapt to that. Be realistic about your opinions because pandemics are unpredictable. Always be ready for the changes also. Then now it is a time maybe you put the co-curricular activities aside and concentrate on the books. It might be help you. Then the technology, nothing to tell to the students to use the technology. You are the real heroes using the technology. Technology is your best friend when you use it properly. Its uses are limitless, which ranging from the self-studying to the ordering the food online. Explore the internet, you will be surprised as to what you are going to stumble upon. Here a statistic shows about Malaysia food delivery through online, where it is going into the peak million population in the 2022. There will be a projected the restaurant to consumer delivery might be the 6 million population. So people those who have interest can be concentrated there. But now the problem in Malaysia, what I observed, the people are not going out very good, but there is a plenty of the food panda, grab food. There is a plenty of food deliveries are going around. Even though where the people staying like me in the somewhere in the remote area, now food is accessible to everyone through online. As a student, as a children at your home, you are the son or daughter to your parents. You keep on maybe ask them for the food. They order the food, maybe the pizza, McD, or nowadays all the restaurants are offering the food to deliver through the food panda. So first thing you need to proceed where the pointer for the ordering food for delivery, contactless delivery mode where the food packets are left outside your door and customer is informed on call, this help to maintain the social distancing. But this is what happened wrong. When the fellow come and ring the bell, then immediately we go in contact with that particular bag or the parcel which they given to us. In case contactless delivery is not possible, ensure there is a minimum 1 meter gap between you and the delivery person. Then the mode of payments, we're supposed to use the net banking or QR codes instead of paying the cash, because there is a chance of transmission through when you are giving by cash. Okay, then steps to be taken when handling the delivery food items. You must take the food from where it is coming, but most of the restaurants follow the SOP. Collect the food packets and keep in an isolated or segregated place. One thing directly, you don't allow you in the sense the parents supposed to take care of this thing. They don't allow the children to be take the box immediately to their hands. They have to do the open the box and discard the external packages. No need to bring into the house. It might be straight away go to the dustbin. After that, they need to be wash their hands properly, then join with the family members to be have the food. Then update yourself. You need to be keep update. Stay updated about the current newses. It is really essential. A well informed student equals to a well informed family, because if you have a elderly parents, they may not be much easily use this technology today. So as a grown up children in your family, you have to do the right message to pass to the parents. The elderly may not be able to comprehend the current pandemic situation. So what sites you can be used if you want to know about the Malaysia, you might be go with a Malaysia COVID-19 situation. We can use the Ministry of Malaysia, the Health Ministry Facebook page or the website. We can be follow. Then there is some myths and the facts about remdesivir, which is the antibiotic, are effective at preventing, treating the COVID-19. People are telling, but it is the myth. Antibiotics are effective against preventing or treating this COVID-19. What is the real fact? Antibiotics are only effective at treating infections caused by bacteria, because COVID-19 caused by a virus. Antibiotics are not effective for treatment or prevention. What it will be do? Some people with COVID-19 may be treated with antibiotics if they also have the bacterial infection on top of this COVID-19. Then here the information is from, there is a Malaysian Doctors Association where they created a page. There it is called the Students Against the COVID-19. There the information is available. There is a plenty of information is available. You feel free to access to that. The new coronavirus cannot exist in an acidic environment, so drinking lemon juice will prevent the disease. But there is a study found that the new coronavirus can survive in an environment as acidic as the lemon juice. So the lemon juice or lemon water will not protect you against the COVID-19. Maybe it boosts your immune system, but it's not at all helpful to kill. Or people drinking the warm water with the lemon juice might be killing my gut itself. These all the myths. Then another myth might be all of you aware that the rasam, the Indian famous the soup which use in the rice, okay, that is also not at all proven anywhere. Okay, here responsible social media use, that is very important thing. It can be tempting to forward or post pandemic related messages immediately. However, false and misleading information can lead to serious health consequences. So don't post the things. Before you post it, think twice before posting or sharing. Whether it is truthful, is it helpful, or does it inspire, does it is necessary, and is it kind information. So we need to be looking to it. Then just if you don't know, the when develop a critical mindset when you're consuming the media and know that there is no need to rush into posting. When in doubt, leave it out. By forwarding everything you receive, you could be contributing to spread of the false information, which is not at all really good for the any one of us. Then be connect. This is a grateful time to practice being more mindful about our social media use, while balancing the joys and the importance of staying in touch with family and friends. Remember to think before posting or sharing. Then stay connected. Continuous isolation can have an impact on individuals' mental health. This was happened maybe when the first time the first phase of MCO happened. The plenty of students are stuck at their work where they are studying. They miss their family members. So during that time, maybe now some of your family members went abroad. Still, they may not be able to come back. So please be connected with them through the social media. Stay socially active and stay connected with the friends and families, especially the elderly family members. They are really worrying about it. Then, how can you support others? Try to reach your family members, reach your friends, then look into your neighbors, whether still they are okay or not. Nowadays, plenty of people lost their jobs. They may not be able to have a meal per day. There's a few people are doing also in the situation. So if you have chances, just support with your friend, engage in relaxation or meditation activity each day, which you can all be part of online. If your friend is struggling, demonstrate the care and compassion. Work through homework tasks together online, a great way to maintain the relationship and stay in contact. Engage in some group online exercise, not the physical activities at a group. It is in the online. Schedule a time each week where you can all connect and catch up on the what you have done. Main thing, identify things you have found helpful and share with each other. Look out for yourself, what you have to do for yourself. Staying indoor means there will be lesser physical activity. Maybe if you guys check your body weight before the lockdown and the current today, minimum each one I can see the plenty of bellies, not less than 2 to 3 kgs might be people increased because we don't have the much physical activity. But when we people simply sitting at home, there is a chance you can be have plenty of work will be there, but at the same time you don't have the physical activity, right? So you need to be eat more. So practice indoor oriented exercises to maintain a healthy body. Important for maintaining a strong immune system, especially during this pandemic situation. Staying at home means there is a more chances you are not watching your diet. This is what happened. This is a good time to learn how to cook a meal. Look up the recipes online. This is what happened to the individuals, type of different type of conditions. They are worry, irritable, obsessive, fear, sleeping disorder, poor appetite, then the nightmares. Of course, plenty people facing today. Then pandemic forcing food to your emotional rescues. How do students manage stress during the lockdown time? Perform the homework, perform the home workout to stay fit, socialize via video call, talk to someone if there is any issues you are facing, spend the quality time with the family members, try to go sleep on time. I know none of, I cannot say none of, mostly the 90 percentage of people are going to bed nowadays very late compared with before the lockdown or the MCO period. Try to adapt the new hobbies which might be engage you. Then here I can suggest some of the sources of key nutrients which is essential to do hydration, where you can be have the plenty of coconut waters or maybe the tea, yogurts. Drink plenty of water first. Then the protein. First, here hydration help to relieve congestion and flushing of toxins, because if you don't have any work, your your body will accumulate with a plenty of toxins. So you need to be eradicate out the toxins from your body. Then the proteins which play a role in the body's healing and recovery. So where can we can take the either it may be vegetarian or non-vegetarian. There is a plenty of varieties are available for us to take. Then the omega-3 fatty acid, which enhance the function of our immune cells. So the seeds which mentioned here, like the chia seed or walnut, according to our budget, pumpkin seeds, watermelon seed or sunflower seed, fish, tuna, salmon, whatever it will be helpful. Then the vitamins protect by keeping skin and tissue in the mouth or stomach, intestine, and respiratory system healthy. Here, we are not going to take additional any supplements, nutrients. So we have to take the vitamin-rich food like the sweet potatoes, carrot, mangoes, and also the egg, milk products. Prebiotic and the probiotics, which helps to reinforce the immune system, increase your immune response, and promote the specific immune signaling. Where you consume the things which I mentioned here in the picture, okay, it will be help you. When you come to the probiotics, which are comes from our specific strains of live bacteria found in the food, fermented milk products, yogurt, fermented food products will help us. Maybe the people can like the curd rice. Then apart from this, make food your priority to strengthen your immunity. Here, these are the spices which will help us. Where you look into the ginger, or maybe the coca, garlic, fresh mint leaves, or the tulsi leaves. Then the where we call it as a kalonji seeds, which is a in Tamil they call it as jeeragam or the cumin seeds. Okay, so these are the few things we need to be consumed, we need to be take, then it will be help us to the detoxify or the immune boosters. Here you can look at the thing drumstick leaf, which might be help to detoxify us. So it will be the food suggested. Go with a balanced diet, focus on fruits, vegetables, whole grain, legumes, and nuts, moderate consumption of fish, dairy foods, and poultry. Limit the red and processed meat, butter, and the refined carbohydrates, which might be a bread or the rice and the sugar. Consider a multivitamin. If you are not able to take the much food, maybe you are still in the diet, maybe try to consider take the multivitamin. Vitamin D, it's a damn sure no one is going out. We are not getting any exposed to the sunlight. So vitamin D normally produced when you expose to sunlight. The amount of sunlight exposure can vary depend on where you are live and the time of year. So there may be most supplements contain 1000 to 2000 units based on the requirement we can be consumed. Do not restrict and eat regularly, which is a moderate food, which is essential for us. Keep your microbiome healthy. Microbiome has been linked to immune function and is largely housed in our gut. This means what we eat impacts what microbes exist in our gut. So support a healthy microbiome, eat many a fiber filled, then the plant heavy diet with fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. To summarize here, acknowledge the necessity for the online learning, make use of the technology as a student, keep yourself updated, stay connected, look out for yourself. Now, fundamental roles as a student you have to follow during this situation. First thing, think about your personal COVID-19 risk and the risk of those you live with. Do I, do I or any of the people I am in regular contact with have risk factors that could increase the severity of a COVID-19 infection? So, what is the infection rate in my state, in my city, in my condo, in my community where I am staying? Is it increasing or decreasing? If you decide not to join in person action, there are many ways to contribute meaningfully. So we have to be think and assess the risk around us. Then you must wear a mask at all time. Make sure it is covering your mouth, nose, and chin. But now the people mostly wear the mask to the chin, or it may be go down. Most of the people having the mask, but there is a studies proven where the South Korea controlled this pandemic within the short span because of people are regularly use the face mask. The same thing applies recently where the Singapore also come into this enforced. Then the people are now it's okay. Then the use the eye protection proof goggles, which might be help you to protect instead of using the contact lenses. If you are going out, try to have a comfortable protective shoes that can run in. Then the layers of clothing, don't go with a open dresses much. Try to protect your body from the exposed to the outside. Then it's not really a good time to wear the jewels and go here and there, because there is a plenty of cases reported that metals can hold the coronavirus for the 2 to 3 days. So be careful. Then, if possible, have a heat resistant gloves. Avoid wearing oil or lotion as they can trap the chemicals. Not only the chemical trapping, there is always the chance if you apply the oil, then we have a stickiness there to stick any of these. Okay. Then whenever we are going out, make sure to bring a buddy who keep unknown contacts low and keep your plan in case you get separated. Charge phone, consider using encrypted apps like Signals or WhatsApp for communication. Then the water, drink plenty of water. Don't make yourself dehydrated. Keep on hydrate. Hand sanitizer, wash or sanitize your hands after touching the fences, railing wherever you are going out. So careful, especially the phone. We are not able to avoid that phone, right? So there is a plenty of chances are there we are getting into the contact with, wherever you are touch, automatically you touch the phone. So there is a chances. So try to sanitize your phone too. Then the first aid kit might be with you. Otherwise, maybe another thing, you might be carry your ID card or some cash and written emergency contact info. If any emergency, it might be helpful. Then do the things must. Try to keep 6 feet distance from other groups and avoid hugging people, sharing food or sign making supplies and having long face-to-face conversations. Try to avoid it. Join an outdoor protest instead of, it's happen in America, right? So it's a mention here. Outdoor protest instead of an indoor demonstration if you have the option. Leave behind anything you would not want to be arrested with. Then the consider the documenting injustice. It is happened in the America. So the few of the slides where he got it from the doctors who prepared it for the American based scenario there. Keep an eye out for symptom of COVID-19 in yourself and your household members after the protest. Consider quarantining for 14 days and look into getting tested 5 days after the things happen. Know your rights. Then this is the basic things need to do. Washing hands with soap or the sanitizer. Whenever you are coughing or sneezing, use your elbow to cover. Wear the surgical mask, which minimum the 3-ply one. Avoid the spread of fake news. Follow the government law. Otherwise, we will be in trouble. Follow the social distancing in public. Here, the as a biomedical science student or a medical student, actually the year 4, year 5 medicos from the America and the Iran and the Italy, they were really worked hard to control, or still they are working hard to control this COVID-19 as a frontliners. In Malaysia, still there need to be come forward, but still there is no much reported in Malaysia. Then here the biomedical scientists, those who have the molecular biology background, if you guys are interested to do. But one thing is you need to be sacrifice your family, because you need to be there for the 40 days or 20 days. You may not be come back to your home or the workstation only you have to be. So biomedical scientists join the forces to fight the COVID-19. Research Center for the Infection Disease will lead virological aspects of COVID-19 project that aims to greater inform the local, national, and global response effort to the virus, including the creation of a vaccine. Then, what you can do to contribute to the society? Of course, we need, as a human beings, we have to do something to do for the society. First thing, either it may be a financially we are not good enough to support. At least we can educate the people, educate the friends, family, and neighbors. Fundraising for the community, collaborate with the animal welfare and communities, such as the maybe in India I mentioned as a Blue Cross Society. Feed the stray animals. Try to do the share official information about the pandemic via social media. Here, the students who are collaborating with non-governmental NGOs can do information to the communities, provide the surgical mask to the one who not able to afford, donate the food for the poor. The fundraising activities can be done, which is the done really here in the Malaysia. Here, this is as a university, Masa University contributed from the university side. The management come forward to do the provide the personal protective equipments for the frontliners, where the great job done by our university. With that inspiration, our School of Bioscience students from the batch 7 who are come to give some provisionary things to be supplied to or provided to the Heavenly Child Home, which is located nearby the Puch Home. This is the thing you can done so far. Now, these are the 4 years you need to adapt or we need to be followed to succeed in this situation. First thing, adjust your plans. You might be having such a big plan, but now it might be spoiled. Don't worry. Just you need to be adjust yourself. Adapt to the challenges. Of course, in the Darwin law itself, we have to be adapt. Otherwise, we cannot be survive. So we have to be adapted. Then we have to adopt the new strategies. Whatever the things come, we need to be accommodate to that. So we need to be take them as a challenge and need to be do. Apply the greatest virtue of flexibility. Whatever the innovation you know, come with this situation, go with the flexible mode. Okay, then what the world need now is solidarity. With solidarity, we can defeat the virus and build a better world, which is the message from the UNESCO Secretary. This is the message from Mother Teresa. If you cannot feed 100 people, try to feed at least the one. If you have enough food, if I able to take the 3 meals per day, it's nothing wrong to share my one meal. Okay, this is about my session. Thank you, dear students and participants. Spread the facts, not the fear in your community or the family. Okay. Thank you. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Nagaraja, for the informative presentations. Now we are having a Q&A sessions. Please drop your questions in the comment section if you have any. We are going to scroll for the comment sections and trying to search for your questions. So here we have from Kevin Chow. Hi, I am an online distance learning lecturer who have experience on both sides of the spectrum. ODL has a totally different structure than face-to-face learning. How do you students know the lecturer are qualified to be ODL facilitators? A lot of times I have witnessed lecturer who have no experience not adjusting to the ODL techniques. Example, they just read from the slides and script in verbatim, which are very mundane. How are you address that, doctor?
Thank you, Kevin, for your question. This is completely a management decision, or the maybe the university bodies, because we cannot say every lecturer are perfect, but they do their jobs. So here, whom you are addressing might be the people who are able to handle the face to face. There is nothing wrong to handle in the online, because we also the university offering the online distance learning courses where we are in the successful manner we are going on. uh, in the aspect of lecturers, mostly it's up to the university management or the faculties need to decide.
Okay, hope that answered the questions of Kevin Chow. Now we have another one from Shan Tan. Students from developing countries, example, Uganda and Kenya, are facing difficulties to acclimatize with online learning due to limited access to mobile, PC, internet, etc. How should these students respond during a COVID-19 pandemic?
A very good question, Shan. Here, nowadays, throughout the world, internet is accessible for everyone. But still, I can say not only the Kenya and Uganda, even you come to India, some of the areas really the parents are facing issue. They may not be able to access to this internet. So during the situation, they might be take a break for this. Nothing wrong where the lives are going to be end, where I am taking a 6 months break or 1 year break, I feel it is nothing wrong. They can be study it afterwards because we cannot do anything. What? Because there is no internet with them, no mobile. Then they're not able to do now. Once the situation come back to normal, they might be continue their education. First, they need to be alive. That is the first concern.
Okay, thank you, doctor, for the answer. Hope that answered the question for Shan Tan. Now we have another one from Kevin Chow. During this pandemic, a lot of students may be financially strapped as their parents may be unemployed or having huge pay cuts. How does a university retain those students? And I have knowledge that some universities are increasing their cost price. Shouldn't they lower the shouldn't they lower them as the operating costs for the institutions are much lower since students are studying at home using their own device, air conditioning, electricity, and etc.
Yeah, again, wonderful question, Kevin. Here, financially, the parents are really struggle because of the pay cuts. Maybe in any sector they are, but the same time, universities also offering some scholarships, some percentage of reductions to support the parents. So they might be avail that. If it is not that case, we have to be hold for a while until the situation come back to the normal because still universities are paying the salaries to the staff, so only the some maintenance only they may not be able to do, but apart from that all the universities have drop in the admissions. None of the universities are exempted. 50 to 40 to 50 percentage of the admissions were dropped, so universities also need to be survived, but they are not really increasing the fee according to my knowledge. Apart from that, they offering the scholarships, they are giving the fee reduction or waive for the students. Those who are really not able to do, there will be a management decisions. Because as a lecturer, this is my knowledge what I have.
Hope that answered the questions from Kevin Chow. So, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask and drop your question at the comment sections. We will try to answer your questions. So, I think that's it for today. And for everyone, please don't forget to click the follow button at our Masa University Facebook page for further updates regarding webinars and our events. So thank you for today. Thank you, Dr. Nagaraja, for the very informative presentations, and see you in the next webinars.
Okay, thank you,
Bye.
Dan. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
Doctor. Thank you.